Welcome back to my channel, everyone. Sri Tips here, and what I've got is my two waste containers that I use to pour the solutions off from my gold refining. Some of the gold gets pulled over with it, and so what we're going to do is reclaim this gold today out of these waste containers, and I'll begin by drawing the solution up with a vacuum bottle. Here we go. That's the gold down in my waste container. On the bottom of it, it settles out. And what we'll do is recover that now. But for right now, what I'll do is take this liquid waste here, and I'm going to add this to one of my stock pots. And then we'll come back and draw the liquid out of this one. Here you can see we've got a significant amount of gold down in the bottom of these waste containers. So we're going to try to recover that right now. I'm adding some hydrochloric acid to each container. Now what I'll do is add some nitric acid to form Aqua Regia in both of these containers. And we're going to try to get this gold to dissolve so we can get it out of these waste containers. I think I've got all the gold to dissolve now. Might be a few little chunks in there that has not dissolved. What I'll do is move this back out of the way, and we're going to empty this gold-bearing solution now into a clean beaker. Used way more nitric acid than I needed to get all that gold to dissolve. So what we're going to do is I'm going to set this up on our heater, add some heat. We're going to evaporate this down to a syrup to drive off the excess nitric acid. right at the point where we're starting to go to a solid in there. I want to avoid that. Still got fumes being produced. So what I'm going to do is pull it down here, let it cool off for a second. Here you can see we formed some solids in here. I'm going to add some hydrochloric acid. And we still had fumes coming off of there. So what we'll do is put it back on the heat pad. Yeah, it's cool if I can touch it now. So we'll put it back up here on the heat pad. And what we'll do is continue this evaporation until we get all those fumes to clear up, and then we can be confident that all the excess nitric has been consumed. That didn't take long at all to get the rest of those fumes to clear up in there. You can see the atmosphere inside that beaker is clear now. All the fumes are gone. It's a safe bet to conclude that we've driven off all of the excess nitric. Solution looks clear and bright. Let's go ahead and get this solution in a beaker. Adding some distilled water to this beaker. Turn the stir bar on, start heating this up. And what I'll do is start adding some ferrous sulfate to this hot water. Got this dissolved. What I'll do is add a shot of hydrochloric acid to get it to green up. Let's go ahead and move this back out of the way. And then get this stirring plate out of the way. Let's bring this up. get some of our solution on a piece of filtered paper. Let's check this and make sure we've got gold in solution. It's always good to do this. I know there's gold in there. I just want to double check it with a stannous test. There you go. A dark stain indicates gold in solution. Okay, now let's go ahead and get our ferrous sulfate. We're going to precipitate out the pure gold with this ferrous sulfate, pouring it through this filter. Here we go. Let's see where I'm at with this. Take our ferrous sulfate off of here. Give this a stir. Let's test and see how far we are with this. We've still got gold in solution. According to that test, got any gold in solution. Got everything to drop now. It's just a touch. I think for the most part, all the gold has come down. Let's go ahead and put this back on and continue adding some ferrous sulfate. See if we get the rest of the stuff to precipitate out of here. I don't see any more gold coming out of the solution there as the ferrous sulfate's dripping in. So I think we've got everything now. Let's go ahead and get this out of here. Set it back out of the way. I'm going to bring up our waste container. Pour this waste in here. Adding some hydrochloric acid, and we'll set this up on some heat and give it a boil and some hydrochloric acid. I'm going to dump this off now to my waste container. Back up on the heat, add a little bit more hydrochloric acid until we get all that ferrous sulfate off of there. Alrighty, we've had this boiling in hydrochloric acid for a few minutes. Now we'll go ahead and get this out of here. Pour it off. Look at that gold, man. It looks gorgeous. Looking real good. Do just for good measure, I'm going to boil this one more time with some hydrochloric acid. One more time. Alright, this gold is clean as a whistle. I can tell by looking at the color of it. Look at that, man. The solution is crystal clear, colorless. What we'll do now is pour this off into the waste container. And now we'll rinse it with some distilled water. fairly sure that we're ready to melt this gold now. Look at that, man. Beautiful. Beautiful pure gold powder. Let's get the gold in this crucible. See if we can get it melted up. Let's take this over to the melt table and see if we can get this melted up now into an ingot. Oh yeah, that's a beauty. That's a beauty. Look at that thing, man. Got a nice shape to it. That's a nice one. Here's our little bar that we just refined from the waste jug. It came out absolutely gorgeous. Nice little loaf of pure gold. Got a real nice shape to it. You can see yourself in it. I'm not going to stamp it because I don't think the stamp would fit on there. It's such a small piece. Let's see what we got for weight on this. 8.9 grams. 8.9 grams of pure gold. And I think what we'll do is go ahead and list this on my eBay site and just let it go for bids. It is a beauty. Okay, this will conclude the video. I'd like to thank everyone for watching.